You want to buy it? Right? It sounds a lot better if we say extended warranty. Right? Hey guys, welcome back. Steve here with 6 Star Automotive. Today I'm going to talk about a subject that I think is really widely misunderstood in the industry. But before we get started, please like, subscribe, and join me as we talk about extended warranties. So the term extended warranty is kind of a euphemism, really. It really doesn't mean what it sounds like it means. But to be fair, if they said, hey, I'm going to sell you some insurance for your automotive repair, you want to buy it? Right? It sounds a lot better if we say extended warranty rather than hopefully your car doesn't break insurance. So I did some homework on these extended warranties. And really, the best way to understand extended warranties is to think of them as you're purchasing an insurance policy. Technically speaking, they're what's called service contracts. So if you really read the fine print of what you're buying, it is a service contract. So they really determine what's covered kind of on their own. So they all can be different. They all have very specific criteria that you have to meet in order to maintain the coverage. One really important thing to remember about these service contracts is why are they sold to you in the first place? So if you really look at the incentive kind of behind how they work, there's a rather large incentive on the part of the dealership to sell these aftermarket service contracts to you guys. I'm not one to be envious about what anybody makes on commissions, but just understand that that's kind of one of the reasons why that they push these things so hard, is because the commission is so high on that specific item. It can actually be anywhere from 40 to 70% of what you're paying for the contract that's commission for the company and the sales rep himself. Again, I'm not trying to say they make too much money. What they make is none of my business. It's just understanding the incentive structure as to why it's pushed is really kind of what I'm after. So if you think about how much the insurance company actually makes off of that policy based off of what you're spending, they're kind of gambling that, okay, say you spent $4,000 on your extended warranty, $2,000 of that actually goes to the insurance company. So they're gambling that you won't need $2,000 worth of coverage over the lifespan of however long that warranty is valid. I keep saying warranty. Look, they got me too. That insurance policy is valid. So all of the logistics and all that stuff aside, understanding the meat of how these programs works is really important. So I can give you a point of view that most consumers wouldn't necessarily understand. We have a very high bar when it comes to quality. And if you think about this, you're an insurance adjuster. Your job is to make sure that you pay out as little as possible and still maintain an acceptable amount of credibility. So someone like me has your car with your insurance policy, and I have to call them and say, here's what I've got going on, this is what I found, this is the component that's failed, and this is the test results that I have. This is what I propose. And then they come back, just like if you wrecked your car, they go back as the insurance adjuster and they say, okay, well, this is what we'll cover. And the problem with that is that they'll say, well, what's your labor rate? And this is how much we'll cover. And how many hours is that job worth? And this is how much we'll cover. And how about a used part instead of a new part? Or what about a subpar quality part instead of whatever part you're trying to put on there. It's too expensive. So I don't compromise with that kind of stuff. Over the years, we have stopped dealing with these companies entirely. They are just, to put this as politely as possible, very difficult to deal with. And they play games and they do this, we're going to call you back and I have to talk to my manager, and you have to spend a long time on hold. So I've gotten to the point now that what we do is we will take your car, we will do the repair, and we charge you, and then we give you everything that's necessary to you then go get a hold of your insurance company and basically get your money back. I've heard very few people not get their money back. So having the consumer go to the company is a lot different than having a third party go to the company. They don't have to be nice to me, right? But they do have to be nice to you. So there's that. There's a lot of legwork involved. There's a lot of time you're going to spend on the phone. There's a lot of calls back and forth. I've had some people have to wait 3 months to get their money back and deal with a lot of different people and a whole lot of jumping through fiery hoops. So it kind of gives you an idea of what we have to deal with that we can't even charge for. We can't charge you for it. We can't charge them for it. I can't pay my service advisors for it. You know, I have to pay it out of my pocket when I do those kinds of things for them. So we don't do it. I'm really hoping that this kind of information and these videos can help change the industry. I mean, as much as I'm, David trying to fight Goliath in this case, I really think that you should never, ever, ever buy an extended warranty, service contract, repair insurance, whatever you want to call it. There is an exception, however, just like you'll probably hear from many other people out there. If it is a dealer or manufacturer-backed warranty, absolutely worth it. And usually they'll only offer those when you get a new car or a newer car. Generally, they don't tend to pretend like they offer as much as the aftermarket ones do. So because it's legitimate, right? If it's too good to be true, it's too good to be true. But you can actually get, like Subaru specifically offers a fantastic Subaru-backed factory extended warranty that you can purchase on top of their standard warranty. I don't recommend aftermarket insurance companies. I don't even know what they're all called. I honestly don't care. I just think that it's nasty, and I really don't like how, you kind of play off of people's vulnerability at that point and try and make money off of them. I can't let my name, my reputation be soured by these companies. So I don't recommend it at all. And again, I'm probably going to hear some slack about this because obviously there are people out there that have gotten way more than these companies charged them and ended up, feeling like that warranty was well worth it. I mean, my sister even got a fantastic experience with one of these companies buying her used car. I mean, she was one of the lucky dice rollers that ended up getting an engine and a transmission. It took her forever to get it all taken care of. And the car technically at this point is still back in the shop for yet another problem. But that is the exception of the rule. The vast majority of people will either have a terrible experience when it comes to these companies, not get covered what should be covered because of some kind of technicality. These aftermarket or these extended warranties on most everything that you buy is just a little padding, you know what I mean, on their bottom line. And it's just something that the way that it's done now, no good. So take that for whatever it's worth. I just hope that I gave you a little bit of insight. I have people ask me about this almost every week. The same reason I'm doing these videos, I really genuinely just want to help people. I want to help people understand. I want to use the knowledge that I've gained over the years to really aid people in making better decisions, help them with transparency in our industry with how complicated it really is. That's all I've got for this one. Thanks for watching. You guys, I've got tons more videos, and please leave some comments down below. Give me some ideas of anything that you'd like to know. If this one was great, if you like more technical stuff, by all means, I like doing these. I'm more than happy to spend my time doing these for you guys. But yeah, come on by and experience the 6-star difference for yourself.